Let's see if I can do this under 3 minutes. I always have so much to say. Welcome to Behind the Closing. These are the real stories of real estate and how you get to the closing table here in the Triangle. I'm your host, Carrie Schlegel. This is the story of 8823 Elizabeth Bennet Place. We just closed today. This was a referral from like a friend group, really. I've helped multiple people in the friend group. I actually got a little note from one of them that said, "You're the official real estate agent of our friend group." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cute. I'll take it." It had been on the market for a little while, mostly empty when we saw it, had terrible color on the walls, like yellow, brown, like poop diaper color. Not good. But it had a great floor plan. It was Easter weekend, actually, and told when we'd made an offer. Now there were multiple offers, and that they would be presenting them at 6 p.m. on Sunday, Easter Sunday. And so we increased our offer just a little bit. Still 6 o'clock came and went, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I think at 8 o'clock we texted each other, like, obviously we didn't get it at this point. Maybe it's for the best. And then I think at 11 o'clock, I got an email saying, "Congratulations, you got the house." And I was like, what? That's so much later, and that's crazy. So inspections were relatively fine. I'll shoot a picture here, but they had grouted the electrical outlets and the light switches in the grout of the backsplash in the kitchen. And then we get to the walkthrough today, and I pull up and there is a moving truck in the driveway, like a big truck. My mind immediately went to the stories where a seller sells it to two people, or somebody else duped the listing on Zillow and is selling it to someone else, and like it's fraud. Oh my gosh, here we go. So it turns out he was just there, hired by the sellers. I don't know why they waited till the day of walkthrough, but then when we were leaving, it was like, all right, he had accessed the lockbox, which made me uncomfortable because that's illegal. So we took our key and put it in a lockbox for the contractor who's getting ready to do the carpet and paint, and then put it on the front bench. That's like an iron heavy metal bench. And then we went to the closing table. We were telling the attorney the story, shout out to Sterling Law. And she said, actually, North Carolina is a race to record state. So if there was fraud happening and the seller had like two contracts that were legit in their own right, but they didn't know about each other, it was whoever recorded first gets the house. Of course, the other person can sue them, but that's a hassle. So I was like, okay, well, I've never heard that before because it's never come up. I do not want that on my bingo card of real estate. So now it's officially recorded and we can say it's officially hers, and I cannot wait to see what she does with the place. If you know anyone looking to buy, sell, or build in the Triangle area, I'd love to help them write their own story of how to get to the closing table.